Welcome to the 2016 Sun and Fun Innovation Preview, an extension of nearly a decade's special event coverage of the most innovative and disruptive new products and companies in the aviation universe, otherwise known as the Aeroverse. As aviation learns to fight off the problems inherent in an ever-changing world, it is the thoughtful, disruptive innovators who will pave our way to a better future. Aviation has survived many perils and will no doubt go on to create many wonderful new realities for the pilots of tomorrow. But that tomorrow must start here, with the innovators, the thinkers, the doers, the creators, just like those you see here in the 2016 Sun and Fun Innovation Preview. Enjoy. If you ask someone who has been to Sun and Fun to explain what it's all about, you might be surprised to get a blank stare and a return question of, "You mean you've never been there?" The fact is, Sun and Fun is simply this, Sun and Fun. It's about everything in aviation and a whole lot more. First, it's an aviation flying event. It welcomes pilots and others by the thousands, but it's more than just for pilots because it's planned to have something for everyone, and in this case, that's just not an expression, it's the truth. For nearly a week, the landscape changes and the world of aviation takes over. There are exhibitors, vendors, aircraft displays that range from corporate jets to ultralights, and forums that cover all subjects from aviation to education to how to build an airplane. The daily air shows will be breathtaking, and you'll need to plan your schedule to have even a chance of seeing everything you want to see. It's full of excitement and positive attitudes. It's people joining together with a common interest, and it can inspire young people by showing them what they can achieve. This year's event is full of highlights. The CAF is bringing two unique assets to help tell the inspirational story of the Tuskegee Airmen, America's first black military pilots and their support personnel. Texas Raiders, a fully restored B-17G Flying Fortress, will be appearing along with the CAF Red Tail Squadron Rise Above traveling exhibit. This duo shares an important story that honors the history and legacy of these World War II aviators and serves as an inspiration to current generations to rise above obstacles in their own lives. The CAF Dixie Wings P-51D Red Nose will also be on site with the Rise Above traveling exhibit for view on static display April 5th through the 8th. A major highlight of this year's flying will take place at approximately 6:15 p.m. on Thursday, April 7th, when a flight to honor will arrive returning World War II and Korean veterans from a special visit to the memorials in Washington, D.C. The Red Bull Air Race World Championships will present a high-energy demonstration of the excitement and spectacles patrons can expect when they attend one of the 8 races taking place around the world in 2016. Flying at top speed around the signature 80-foot pylons in an abbreviated course, Masterclass Red Bull Air Race pilots Michael Goulian and Kirk B. Chambliss will showcase their skill and daring for the fans at Sun and Fun. Over 50 airshow performers have been scheduled: the Breitling Jet Team, the U.S. Army Golden Knights, the U.S. Navy F-18 Hornet demo, the U.S. Air Force F-16 Viper demo, U.S. Coast Guard Search and Rescue demos, U.S. Navy's Legacy Flight, the U.S. Air Force Heritage Flight, and so much more. As always, the ANN crew will be there, and we hope to see you there.
Have you noticed that a couple $100 invested in a tablet gives us more situational awareness than an entire avionics system? Have you ever felt like some technologies just haven't kept up with the rapidly evolving world around them? Evolution has not only noticed, but is doing something about it. Imagine avionics. Avionics that make your life simpler rather than more complicated. Imagine that when things go wrong, your avionics not only detects bad information, but corrects it automatically. Now imagine avionics that never become obsolete, that are constantly improving, and that give you a choice of vendors. That's the avionics system evolution is creating, so you won't have to imagine it much longer. In the 1980s, computers were very primitive, and avionics were almost entirely based on hardware. with minimal software. Now, not only have computers become far more sophisticated, but avionics have developed to look a lot more like the computers we use today. However, the software is still frustratingly tied to a specific piece of hardware, and once that hardware is obsolete, so is your avionics system. Today, you can go to the store, buy a computer from one vendor, a printer from another, and software from yet another, and still feel confident that they will all work together. This is the vision for avionics that Evolution is building. Specifically, XFS is avionics software designed to run on flight-worthy computers from multiple vendors and is capable of interfacing to sensors, servos, and other avionics devices that already exist in the marketplace or are developed in the future. XFS networks displays, buttons, sensors, servos, autopilots, and more, allowing those elements to share data. This availability of data allows XFS to use relationships that exist between different types of data to simplify the pilot's workload and provide improved safety by automatically detecting failed sensors and bad data and replacing that data with the best estimate possible. Imagine it as doing your instrument scan hundreds of times a second. For example, if your pitot tube is blocked and the sensor read 0 knots, XFS will estimate your airspeed from other data, such as angle of attack, approximate weight, and g-force to provide you something more accurate than 0. Evolution's extensible flight system. Come see us and share our vision.
Sonex Aircraft LLC will be debuting the new B model design for Sonex and YX aircraft at Sun and Fun 2016. A tailwheel Aero-V turbo-powered YXB will be officially unveiled during a press event on opening day of the show, Tuesday, April 5th at 9:30 a.m. in the Sonex Aircraft booth spaces Northeast 11 and 29. Sun and Fun will also serve as the official opening of the Sonex and YX B model order book. Placeholder kit reservation deposits have been accepted from early customers thus far. B-model tail kits are available for immediate shipping. Full kits and other B-model subkits will begin shipping in June. The YXB on display at Sun and Fun features an MGL Avionics iEFIS Explorer dual-screen avionics suite, continuing the long-standing relationship held by Sonex Aircraft and MGL Avionics. Dynon Avionics has also stepped up to the plate with their own B-model package, a dual-screen Dynon Skyview quick panel with advanced flight systems control module integration. The exciting new B-model Dynon package will be on display in the Sonex booth with a working mock-up panel. Additionally, UL Power will be on hand in the Sonex booth to speak to prospective B-model customers interested in the UL 350 series engines for their project, while the Aero-V Turbo will be prominently on display on the aircraft. Sonex and YX B models are available with 4 engine mount options: Aero-V and Aero-V Turbo, Jabiru or Camet 3300, UL 350 series, and Rotax 912 series engines. What is the B model? It's what you've been asking for. More of everything you want in a sport aircraft. More room and comfort, more panel space, more fuel, more engine choices, and more standard features combined with reduced build time and the same great Sonex and YX flight characteristics. For Sun and Fun attendees looking for more information, a forum covering the Sonex and YX B models will be held on Wednesday, April 6th at 9 a.m. in Forum Classroom 11. Sonex Aircraft LLC is excited to announce a new sales strategy for the Subsonics personal jet with a drastically reduced airframe price to put this unparalleled aircraft into the hands of more pilots. The Subsonics package is now available in separate purchases of airframe, PBS TJ100 engine, optional BRS package, and other optional accessories. The Subsonics airframe is available as an EAB-compliant quick-build kit package for the amazing price of $42,000. The very complete airframe kit only needs engine, avionics, upholstery, and finishing materials of the builder's choice in order to fly. The Subsonics can be seen in the Sonex booth spaces Northeast 11 and 29 and in the air over Lakeland as 2015 Bill Barber Award winner Bob Carlton returns to Sun and Fun with his impressive Subsonics Aerobatic Airshow Act. The Subsonics will also be flying several showcase flybys throughout the week. Sonex founder John Monette and Bob Carlton will present an informational forum about the Subsonics personal jet on Friday, April 8th at 9 a.m. in Forum Classroom 9. Due to popular demand, Sonex Aircraft is now offering quick build kits for the Xenos Motor Glider. Quick build upgrade price for the Xenos Complete Airframe Kit is $16,000 and includes all the same features as Sonex YX and 1X quick build kits. Complete fuselage with canopy installed, completed wing panels, and the wings are rigged to the fuselage. The Xenos Motor Glider is a tremendous value, offering versatile soaring capabilities at an unmatched price in the motor glider market. To learn more about all of these developments, come to the Sonex booth or visit sonexaircraft.com.
Hello, this is Chip Irwin with Aero Marine, introducing the Merlin personal sport aircraft. It's personal because it's a one-seat airplane. It's a light sport aircraft because it fits in the box and can be flown as a light sport with a sport pilot's license and without a medical. And it has a similar flying characteristics, if not better, than most light sport aircraft. It's 120 mile an hour cruise and about 3 seconds to take off, well over 1,000 foot a minute climb. It has a tail dragger option and Tundra tires, and it has space inside for most people and space for baggage and overnight and camping gear. You can get somewhere with it and have a lot of fun doing it, and have even more fun by putting it on the just finished amphibious floats. And those floats are unique in that they're amphibious. They have an electric hydraulic gear actuation system. It's completely wireless. There's a key fob that you can mount on the panel, raise and lower the gear wirelessly, and even a phone app to do that. And then there's a possibility, which I've been working on, electric aircraft power for nearly 2 years, and I've flown with it, and it's really nice to fly an electric aircraft without the noise, without the vibration. It's clean and quiet. But the electric power isn't quite ready for prime time yet, because most aircraft take too much power and can't carry enough batteries with the current state of the battery energy density. But electric power does work on low energy or low drag aircraft like gliders, motor gliders, ultralights, and that's what I'm using is an ultralight motor glider for the test bed. And that's nearly done now, and very soon I'll be flying it on the Zigolo, and shortly after on the low energy Merlin, because the Merlin is very clean and low frontal area and work very well with electric. Extending the range would be the next step, and that would be adding a small gasoline engine. Once you climb and get up with electric power, and the hybrid gasoline engine could be started, and that will recharge the batteries while you do your cross country and land somewhere with nearly full batteries and actually get somewhere on electric and still enjoy all the benefits of electric power. I'm Chip Irwin with Aero Marine, and thank you for watching.
Airtime Aircraft is the manufacturer of the now world-famous Cygnet, an amphibious light sport weight shift trike. The Cygnet is a two-seat SLSA, widely known for its portability, its durability, and its ability to operate from both land and water. The Cygnet can land on lakes, rivers, bays, and oceans, in addition to standard airports, paved runways, and grass strips. Its robust landing capability is possible due to the all-terrain landing gear and large Tundra tires. The Cygnet's ease of use has been perfected over the last decade to make it extremely convenient, fun to fly, affordable, and safe. It can be stored at home as conveniently as a boat and can be set up by a single person in less than 20 minutes. Due to an ever-present desire to improve our product, Airtime Aircraft has made some big changes for 2016 that we wanted to announce to both current and future Airtime customers. First is an update to our manufacturing process. The newest addition to our production facility is a 4x8 foot CNC router table. This new tool allows all of our previously hand-cut parts to be computer cut for enhanced accuracy and efficiency. Parts can be made more quickly and with a much higher degree of precision, allowing for better fit and ultimately better quality aircraft. Next is an update to our powder coating process. One of the Cygnet's most popular features is its saltwater reliability. With aluminum floats, titanium landing gear, and stainless steel hardware, the Cygnet already does a great job of standing up to harsh saltwater environments. But this year, we've taken its reliability to the next level by completely revamping our powder coating process. We have upgraded our line of coating equipment and cleaning chemicals to change the way the finished aluminum parts are coated, which increases their durability and resistance to corrosion. All completed parts, even our floats, are now sandblasted to provide a textured surface that powder coat can more easily adhere to. The parts then go through an elaborate series of chemical baths, which clean, strip, and prepare the aluminum on a molecular level to better accept a coating. All parts are then covered with an epoxy primer powder coat. The addition of this durable primer helps the following coats of powder adhere to the surface, as well as forms a protective barrier against the kind of corrosion commonly associated with saltwater operation. Our new coating methods have been thoroughly tested, and the resulting coatings have proven to be more consistent and durable than ever before. Another addition to the Cygnet for 2016 is an option to upgrade the standard instrument panel to include an EFIS or glass cockpit. This new feature replaces the classic gauge cluster with a streamlined and state-of-the-art digital panel that displays flight data, GPS maps, and engine diagnostics all in one easy-to-see location. Last and perhaps our most exciting announcement for 2016 is the official production release of the single-seat model of our aircraft, the Explorer 103. The Explorer is a Part 103 ultralight with all of the same amphibious functionality as the Cygnet, without the legal requirements of a pilot's license or medical examination. Flight training is certainly still required, but the Explorer can be operated with considerably less investment than a private pilot's license or even a sport pilot's license requires. Although the Explorer is not a new product, it has been sitting on the sidelines for years while the design was completely re-engineered, updated, enhanced, and modified. The result is an affordable ultralight aircraft that is sturdier, safer, and more fun than ever before. And at a price point that's almost half the cost of a Cygnet, the Explorer brings the joy of amphibious flight within reach of almost everyone. For more information on these changes and all other inquiries, please visit airtimeaircraft.com. Thank you for watching.
You know what I love about my best hug? He's my greatest friend. We help each other out. Charge my cell phone and hold my drink for me. He's always there when I need him. We can do so many things together. He helps me take my laundry out to dry in the breeze. He introduces me to all his rich friends at the airport. We can push their jets in, whatever airplane they have. And he never gets tired. He has so much power. We can use his jump port to start other people's airplanes or fill up their tires because he has a compressor. We really like helping the pretty ladies at the airport. And when it's been a long, hot day, he comes up with a great idea. Let's move my house out of the sunlight. He's got so much power, he just grabs it and tugs it. No matter what we have to move, even helicopters, So precise he can move them, put them away. It's just too easy sometimes. And late at night, he turns the light on for me in the hangar, and we can just relax. Yeah, that's what I like about my best tug.
Are you stall smart? Ever since Orville and Wilbur took to the skies, pilots have been taught that the more airspeed you have, the better off you are. But over the last 100 plus years, we've learned that's not always the case. Take stalls, for example. The common belief is that if you have sufficient airspeed, the aircraft won't stall. The fact is, an airfoil always stalls at the same critical angle of attack in relation to the relative airflow, regardless of airspeed, configuration, or weight. Learn more at aspenavionics.com.
Cub Crafters is unique in that we can design, prototype, and certify and put into production an aircraft. There aren't very many companies in the world that can make that claim.
Since 2001, MGL Avionics has produced avionics for experimental and light sport aircraft. The flagship product is the IEFIS, a comprehensive next-generation flight, engine, and navigation instrument designed to meet the demands of the modern pilot. See more at www.mglavionics.com.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
The Aero-News Network is proud to produce the latest in a 20-year series of award-winning aviation programs. The very series you're watching, though, is carefully targeted to celebrating all that is new, creative, innovative, and disruptive in aviation, kind of like ANN itself. Some 20 years ago, the Aero-News Network was created out of a need to do more than kill new trees with old news, and disrupted the decaying print publishing game of bringing dated news to the newsstands and mailboxes of old. For the first 24/7 real-time aviation news and information service for the aviation and aerospace world, the last 2 decades have been productive. Well over 250,000 stories, 20 years of daily newsletters, 7,000 podcasts, 25,000 tweets, 3,000 aero-tv programs, 700 episodes of Airborne, and the building of a media consortium that includes over 100 critical organizations and members of the aviation community. It's a record that may never be exceeded, at least by anyone else, but instead of looking back, we look forward aggressively to the future and our place in helping to grow the Aeroverse. ANN has committed itself to a dizzying array of projects and missions for the coming years. The production of a professional long-form documentary about the controversial FAA versus Bob Hoover case at Bob's direct request, as well as several other documentary topics, numerous upcoming innovation preview programs, including the upcoming AEA 2016 Convention and Trade Show just a few days down the road, and AirVenture 2016 at Oshkosh itself just a few months after that. There's more, a commitment to aggressively expanding the Airborne Daily News programming roster. At least 2 reality-style feature programs are under development. Syndication agreements with distribution organizations outside the usual aviation spectrum are underway, and initial planning is now in the works for an aggressive aviation innovation conference where the most innovative and disruptive minds in the Aeroverse can gather together and seek real solutions to today's problems in order to guarantee a far more positive and accessible future to every flyer, new and old, that wants to make sure that they have access to every freedom aviation has always represented. So that's us, ANN, Aero-News, or at least a little bit of the future we're willing to talk about so far. We are the Aero-News Network. We are Airborne. We're Aero-TV. where 10 staff will film, and shortly will be the Aviation Innovation Conference. All these working passionately to build a better future for flyers all over the Aeroverse, one aviator at a time.
As Piper redefines our lineup of single-engine turboprop airplanes, we are proud to introduce our new top-of-the-line entry, the Piper M600. This pressurized cabin-class turboprop is a leader in performance and safety and leaves nothing to be desired among dedicated aviators. The M600 is in the final stages of certification testing and is expected to receive FAA certification in the third quarter of this year. In addition to performance and safety, the single-engine M600 turboprop emphasizes exceptional functionality. The all-glass Garmin G3000 Avionics suite is the most advanced safety equipment available today. A touchscreen controlled flight deck puts intuitive navigation at your fingertips. Features like 60/40 mode and enhanced map display bring invaluable situational decisions directly to the pilot. No longer does the pilot have to sacrifice his primary view scan to fly the approach plates or look for upcoming waypoints. Surface Watch provides oral and visual alerts to help the pilot maintain situational awareness and avoid potential runway incursions or excursions during ground and air operations in an airport environment. The enhanced map HSI overlays can be used while in 60/40 mode and supports combinations of map, safe taxi data, flight plan, METARs, NEXRAD, weather radar, and more. The fully integrated flight control system offers safety features while seamlessly integrating a flight director, autopilot, automatic trim, and yaw damper into the G3000 suite. It also includes electronic stability protection, level mode, underspeed protection, emergency descent mode, and coupled go-around capability. While the cockpit provides the pilot with a great front office, the airplane is designed to match the cockpit technology with a high-performance airframe. The 600 horsepower Pratt & Whitney PT6A-42A engine provides a maximum cruise speed of 274 knots. The 1,300 nautical mile maximum range with 45-minute fuel reserve can be extended to 1,441 nautical miles using long-range cruise settings. Both the takeoff and landing distances are less than 2,500 feet, and the aircraft is approved for flight into known icing conditions. Of course, a great front office and a high-performance airplane only exist for one reason, and that is to provide a comfortable, if not luxurious, ride for the passengers. Amenities in the cabin includes a choice of 3 premium leather interiors, chrome and wood accents, electroluminescent placards, and of course, USB ports are provided for both the cabin and cockpit. It has been said that having high expectations often leads to disappointment. At Piper, we tend to disagree. We build exceptional aircraft to the specifications of the perfectionist and the dimensions of a dreamer. Keep raising the bar. We'll meet you there.
In this video, we demonstrate the features of the new TrueTrack Eco Autopilot. These features are automatic envelope protection, track hold, altitude hold, GPS nav, and control wheel steering. Now, let's get this flight off the ground. Now that we're at a comfortable demonstration altitude, let's engage track hold and altitude hold. This is done with a simple press and release of the left and right buttons. Since we have a flight plan already programmed into the GPS, let's follow it. To do so, press and hold the left button until the display shows nav toggle. Note that the aircraft turns to intercept the GPS course. Now let's see control wheel steering mode. Since both axes of the autopilot were engaged, when we press and hold the CWS button, the pitch axis stays engaged, allowing us to hand fly the roll axis. Since we are hand flying the roll axis, as long as we keep the bank angle below the preset 30 degrees, AEP just monitors what's happening. But as soon as we hit the 30-degree bank angle, the tab deflects putting force feedback into the pilot's hand and helping him move the aircraft back down to an acceptable bank angle. Let's skip over just a little bit of flying here and come back in with the autopilot and GPS nav and altitude hold. Here we are approaching a waypoint in the GPS flight plan. Once we arrive at the waypoint and the GPS switches to the next waypoint in sequence, the autopilot will turn and intercept this new leg of the flight plan. This is all done automatically and requires no input from the pilot. Okay, that's the basics of autopilot operation, and now let's see the automatic envelope protection again. First, let's turn off the autopilot with a press and release of the left and right buttons. Now that we are hand flying the aircraft again, let's make some turns to the left. Notice the autopilot display also shows max bank angle in red, in addition to the servo tab deflection visible on the inboard portion of the right aileron. Coming up, we will see a short demonstration of AEP using a wind tunnel. The autopilot will control the trailing edge tab just as it does in flight. When the autopilot is rotated to beyond the 30-degree bank angle, the tab deflects. Again, this deflection not only helps move the aircraft back inside the desired envelope, but also gives the pilot a force feedback into the control system.
We at CloudAhoy are building the best debriefing tool for desktop, iPad, and we're proud to announce it's now possible to debrief directly on the iPhone app. We're also announcing this moving map display and sun position in the 3D cockpit view. Flying into the sun yields unusable camera footage, but the 3D cockpit renders it beautifully with a virtual sun in the actual position.
Hi, I'm Chuck of CloudAhoy. Let's debrief one of my flights.
We've completely revised our approaches. We'll declutter the track and view a single localizer approach. The new approach overlays have 3 components: automatically generated FAA data, which is updated every 28 days, and feeder routes. The thin white lines are the feeder routes, the magenta is the path from the initial approach fix to the runway, and the green is the missed approach procedure. Now let's break it down in 3D.
In this case, we're going to isolate one segment of a vectored approach.
Then Chuck can verify his position and altitude at the final approach fix.
Here I should have been at 1800 feet, and I'm at 1740. There's nothing quite like reliving how you flew on an approach, then watching it through the virtual 3D cockpit. And speeding up 10 times really shows how rusty I am on my approaches.
The cockpit is not a good classroom. CloudAhoy is an effective debriefing aid, and it keeps getting better. The new moving map, updated approach overlays, iPhone app debriefing, and actual sun position in the 3D cockpit are the latest great improvements.
Since 1999, Guardian Avionics has been a leader in carbon monoxide detection solutions for the general aviation industry. With products for both certified and experimental aircraft, Guardian is a trusted provider for manufacturers including Cessna, Cirrus, Piper, Diamond, and Beechcraft. In recent years, the use of the Apple iPad and iPhone by pilots in the cockpit has become a growing trend. It is now an important tool for navigation and situational awareness. But as a handheld device, managing it can be a challenge. Yoke-mounted holders for iPads and iPhones are used by some pilots, but as tablet sizes grow, yoke mounts become bulky and may obstruct flight controls during critical phases of flight. Many pilots replace their paper charts and plates with a kneeboard holder for their iPad, but kneeboards divert attention away from outside traffic awareness and the instrument panel scan. In both cases, power cords and audio cables add to the mess as well. Recognizing this, the engineers at Guardian Avionics have developed a new line of flush mounts specifically designed to incorporate your iPad or iPhone into your existing instrument panel. A clean and safe solution to make the most of your tablet by making it an integrated part of your avionics package. Guardian Avionics announces the new IFDR panel mount system for the Apple iPad Pro, iPad mini, and iPhone 6. The first in a line of mounts and systems to partner your tablet with your existing GPS and engine management products. The IFDR panel mount for iPad Pro is the largest flush mount offered by Guardian Avionics to store and display the large 12.9-inch display. With plenty of bright screen space for navigation apps and the ability to run multiple apps in a split screen, the mount transforms your iPad Pro into a multi-function display in a few seconds. The IFDR panel mount for iPad mini is a great way to integrate the most popular iPad for aviation to your instrument panel. Charts and approach plates are an easy sight for your use in flight, and the smaller tablet size allows the IFDR panel mount for iPad mini to fit in most existing panels. The IFDR panel mount for iPhone 6 is a perfect solution for storing your iPhone for use in flight. Whether it is for cellular communications from lower altitudes or use as a backup multifunction display and navigation tool, the small panel mount fits almost anywhere. The clean flush installations of the entire IFDR panel mount series includes cooling ports and channels to keep air circulating around your iPad or iPhone in flight, keeping it safe from overheating. The spring-actuated cradles in all mounts keep your tablet or phone secure through turbulence and bumps in flight. Each mount contains a 3.5mm audio plug for simple integration into your audio panel, as well as an included port for the Apple Lightning plug, assuring a reliable power connection to keep your tablet charged in the air. The plug may also be used to connect your onboard GPS and engine data to further extend the capabilities of your iPad or iPhone. IFDR panel mounts are constructed of durable ABS plastic for long life and repeated use, and the compact design makes installation simple for any avionics installer. Once installed, mounting and removal of your iPad or iPhone takes only seconds. Just slide in and secure. The included power, data, and audio plugs keep cables hidden and out of the way at all times. The Guardian Avionics IFDR panel mount series for iPhone 6, iPad mini, and iPad Pro are available online at guardianavionics.com or at Sun & Fun booth B056.
For several decades, the aviation world has come to expect much from Lancair International, a company that helped bring new capabilities and sophistication to the high-performance sport aviation marketplace. From the beginnings of the O200-powered Lancair 200 all the way to the impressively speedy Lancair Evolution turboprop, this is a company that has made innovation part of its DNA. Now, Lancair International is pleased to announce its latest Lycoming-powered Evolution Kit delivery during an unveiling flight at the Sun & Fun International Fly-In and Expo in Lakeland, Florida. The IE2 Evolution is powered by a Lycoming integrated electronic BEDEC-controlled engine, one of the most sophisticated power plants ever developed for the GA industry. The new piston-powered Evolution will be flying in the showcase along with our turbine-powered Evolution at the 2016 Sun & Fun Fly-In on Wednesday, April 6, 2016, around noon. Following the showcase, the first customer IE-2 Evolution aircraft will be taxied to the Lancair booth MD008A and will be on display for the remainder of the Sun and Fun show. Lancair will also have a complete Lycoming IE-2 engine on display. Lycoming's IE-2 engine is the company's flagship technology. It's an engine control concept designed from the ground up to improve safety and efficiency in operation. The IE-2 system features continuously optimizing multi-port fuel injection systems for optimum power and fuel consumption performance. The electronically controlled system enables operators to realize reduced maintenance costs and increased availability while simultaneously reducing pilot workload. Added to this is the ability of the engine control unit to continuously monitor and report engine performance. The new IE-2 Evolution is the kind of e-ticket piston-powered ride Lancair is known for. This 4-place airframe boasts impressive numbers. For instance, out is 240 knots, 1,800 nautical mile range, 2,200 foot per minute initial rate of climb, and a 1,900 pound useful load sound. Other hefty stats include an economy cruise-enabled range of 2,500 nautical miles, not to mention minimum takeoff and landing distances of 1,600 feet. Lancair International has been doing business for 32 years, manufacturing advanced composite structures at its Redmond, Oregon facility. There have been more than 2,100 Lancair kits sold worldwide in more than 34 countries on 5 continents. Most are now flying with tens of thousands of flight hours logged. But more important, Lancair promotes the highest standard of safety in the industry.
Based on the popular Sling 2 LSA, the Sling 4 was designed to be the most practical and desirable lightweight 4-place experimental aircraft on the market. Find out more about this 115 horsepower turbocharged airplane at airplanefactory.com.
We are the Aero-News Network. With over 250,000 stories, 7,000 Aero podcasts, 3,000 Aero-TV programs, 700 episodes of Airborne, and so much more. It's a record of performance unequaled in the Aeroverse, and there's far more to come. Aero-News, committed to innovate, inform, inspire, and disrupt the aviation world.
Since the early days of powered flight, pilots have struggled with landing in crosswinds. In fact, crosswinds and wind gusts cause more landing accidents than fog, thunderstorms, and icing combined. That's where the Redbird X-Wind SE comes in. By placing pilots in gusty crosswind conditions for extended periods of time, the X-Wind SE gives instructors all the time they need to teach the pilot the proper techniques for landing in crosswind conditions. For more information on Redbird X-Wind SE and Redbird's entire line of flight training devices, visit www.redbirdflightsimulations.com.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
At 544 apron for runway 19 left.
Introducing Tango, the world's first premium wireless aviation headset. Designed and manufactured by Lightspeed, the innovation leader in aviation headsets, Tango blends outstanding noise cancellation and remarkable comfort with wireless convenience to create an entirely new level of flying enjoyment and untethered freedom. At the heart of Tango is Lightspeed Link. Developed by Lightspeed engineers for the aviation environment, it ensures the reliable communication pilots demand. Not Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, Lightspeed Link replaces traditional cables with a secure wireless signal. The result is excellent audio quality and signal reliability.
Hillsborough Tower, Cessna 19333 is ready for departure, runway 31 left.
Cessna 19333, cleared for takeoff, runway 31 left.
The Lightspeed Link connection is so robust, as many as 6 Tango headsets can be operated in the same aircraft, letting everyone on board experience the true freedom of wireless flight. The Tango headset offers luxurious comfort while delivering the excellent noise cancellation you expect from Lightspeed. Key controls, including intercom volume and comm priority, are located on the headset for even greater convenience during flight.
So it's really cool to be able to now go wireless. There's always tangled wires in the cockpit running around. It's the way to go.
The panel interface is the vital hub of the Lightspeed Link system, routing communication between the headset, the intercom, and auxiliary devices. Wrapped in an attractive and durable case, it houses the lower cable, which is adjustable to 31 inches. The generous lower cable length, along with versatile mounting options, allow the panel interface to fit securely and conveniently into any aircraft. The panel interface also stores the backup upper cable, instantly available for uninterrupted communication in the event the batteries become depleted. Another Lightspeed innovation, Tango is the first aviation headset powered by rechargeable lithium-ion batteries, a power source trusted in countless critical applications. Lightspeed's lithium-ion batteries deliver 12 hours of continuous operation, while offering earth and wallet-friendly reusability in a compact, lightweight configuration. In fact, although a Tango lithium-ion battery weighs the same as a single AA, it can provide as much use time as 300. The Tango dual-port wall charger can quickly charge both the headset and panel interface batteries at the same time, providing 70% charge in less than an hour and a full charge in 2 hours. The batteries can also be charged while the headset is in use or easily replaced on the go. And for maximum convenience, the battery for the headset and panel interface are interchangeable. Of course, Tango delivers the advanced features pilots have come to expect from Lightspeed. Break free of cables and experience true freedom of flight with the Lightspeed Aviation Tango wireless headset. Tango joins an already remarkable family of A&R headsets. With Lightspeed, there's a headset for every mission.
Radar contact half mile north of Ormond, follow the shoreline.
How is everything at work today?
That blonde next to Joe sure is a very smart woman.
Sound localization refers to a listener's ability to identify the location or origin of a detected sound in direction and distance. The auditory system uses several cues for sound source localization, including time and level differences between both ears, spectral information, timing analysis, correlation analysis, and pattern matching. Localization can be described in terms of three-dimensional position, the azimuth, vertical angle, and the distance. The azimuth of a sound is signaled by the difference in arrival times between the ears, by the relative amplitude of high-frequency sounds, and by the asymmetrical spectral reflections from various parts of our bodies. The technical advancements have proven so effective that, recently, the Air Force Technology Transfer Office collaborated with aviation audio control systems developer PS Engineering to give the company an exclusive use license, allowing PS Engineering to incorporate the multi-talker technology into their new audio systems. The impact in clearer radio communications is something the pilot almost has to experience themselves to appreciate the effectiveness. This short presentation will bring Intella audio to your attention and how it works so that private pilots might benefit from the technology that the U.S. Air Force has developed. Imagine yourself in a cockpit flying a mission, listening to a multitude of critical voices, delivering vital messages, all at the same time and from the same direction. Pilots have come up with their own unique methods to help reduce the radio cockpit workload that occur at various times. Some are turning one radio off, switching one radio to the cockpit speaker while the other remain in the headphone, or reaching down and turning the one radio volume all the way down. But don't forget to turn it back up. Now imagine the same environment, except that the voices are now distinct and separate, but you can hear them as if you were at a party and having a conversation with one person, able to hear that person distinctly, above the noise of the party. Intella audio is 3D sound technology that creates a sound environment that mimics the way the human body receives oral cues. All that is necessary is a good stereo headset and an audio panel from PS Engineering. According to Battlespace Acoustics Technical Advisor Dr. Brian Simpson, spatial sound cues separation is critical to effective communications and speech intelligibility. Simpson and his team of researchers believe they found a key to maximizing audio clarity by placing sound cues into a headset that plays them so that they are perceived to be coming from different places, the way human listens to and perceive sound in reality. Here is an actual recording of Chicago air traffic control transmissions, along with the corresponding weather information being transmitted by ATIS.
3452, 9 miles from the eastern line, 210 cross reach 3000 feet, I left approach. 3452, 9 miles from the eastern line, 210 cross reach 3000 feet, I left approach.
Having Intella audio will make flying more enjoyable because you will be able to feel as though you are in control of what you will be listening to. Most of our flying is outside a busy air traffic area. It's the time when the radio is almost running constant that Intella audio will make you one happy pilot.
Hi, my name is David St. George. I'm a designated pilot examiner with the FAA and a 141 chief instructor, and I've been doing this a long time. I have over 3,000 flight evaluations, and I created the SAFE Toolkit to give CFIs resources in their pocket to do their job more professionally. Okay, so let's take a quick tour of the SAFE app. You can see it's on the bottom there next to Wemo tools, just up from the Fly Still. So tapping that, it opens a splash screen that tells you about SAFE. I'm going to go to the upper left to the hamburger menu and tap that, and you can see About SAFE, Join SAFE, SAFE at Sun and Fun, probably the most germane for this. And you can see that's got a listing of the seminars. It's got how to find our booth there, number 59. If you tap here, it'll load up a larger PDF version of that map supplied by the Sun and Fun people, so you can navigate that, find your way around the expo. Backing up out of that, hit the hamburger menu. For the CFI specifically, you can see required experience, and what that does is covers the whole aeronautical experience checklist. If I hit the nav button there, it brings me to a little nav menu, and I'll hit commercial, and you can see here's all the requirements for a commercial single engine rating. And what I've done is I put in highlights, things that are often forgotten that I see as a pilot examiner. So as I back up here, go to the hamburger menu, it'll bring up endorsements. So these are the endorsements that you would put into a student's log. You can see it's updated through February 28th this year, the new 6165 Foxtrot edition. So I tap on that, opens it up, and it's got all the endorsements. It's got the 6139 meta endorsements. So I'm going to hit nav, and these are all the endorsements you might put into a student pilot's book. The other thing is I've highlighted again things that people often forget on tests. Coming down to the SAFE blog, I'll tap on that. It'll bring up the most recent article on the blog, which is the myth of multitasking, and good suggestions, very germane to the flight instruction community. For AIM, PTS, this has all the PTSs for all the ratings, and the electronic FAR AIM is in there up to the minute, right off the web. Aviation Weather is probably one of the best. It's a very good mobile site, and probably my favorite in there is number 5. You can see it's already been tapped. But it brings up a map of the United States, which you can navigate, zoom. And the part of that that's not obvious is you can see upstate New York. If I touch that, what it does is it loads up the area forecast discussions, and this is an excellent place to bring a student to get some detail on the weather. And you can see it has the aviation specific weather in there too. So backing up, going back to the hamburger menu here, you can see that we've got SkyVector in here, Twitter, Facebook for the SAFE community, and very important down the bottom, text me. If you hit that, it'll come directly to me, a little text, and please tell me what you'd like to see in the app, what you'd like me to improve, and what you think about it. Thanks so much for watching.
Whip Air Incorporated of South St. Paul, Minnesota is introducing a new propeller certification for the Cessna T206H on wheels and floats. The propeller is an 84-inch Hartzell Trailblazer featuring carbon fiber structural composite construction. An 82-inch version of this prop is already certified on the Whip Air Lycoming IO580 Boss 182 engine conversion. Company officials note that the prop gives decreased takeoff distances, increased rate of climb, and reduced noise. The prop's fully composite construction is 5 to 10 times stronger than natural fiber propellers, and the advanced materials allow for a thinner, stiffer blade with a wider chord for increased performance. Trailblazer propeller blades have an unlimited blade life and can be repaired in the field or by one of nearly 50 overhaul shops around the globe. A nickel cobalt leading edge provides exceptional erosion protection, and there is no RPM limitation for the Trailblazer propeller on the T206H. Testing shows that the Trailblazer prop gives an 8% shorter takeoff run and increases climb rate by 5% compared to a metal float plane propeller. Due to the Trailblazer's carbon fiber construction, T206H owners will see a weight savings of approximately 9 to 19 pounds depending on which propeller they currently have. For float plane operators, this weight savings is a great feature since the weight is removed from the nose of the airplane. A Hartzell Advanced Structural Composite Blade will be available for viewing at the WhipAir display throughout the week. WhipAir's other trailblazer application, the Boss 182 engine conversion, is what WhipAir calls the cure for the common Skylane and is also making its Sun and Fun debut. The Lycoming IO 580 engine produces 315 horsepower out of the box, making it the most powerful engine conversion available for the Cessna 182, though WhipAir notes that porting and polishing by Lycon can increase the output to up to 340 horsepower. The engine conversion is available for Cessna 182S and 182T models and makes a great performance upgrade on wheels or on floats. Float plane flyers with a Boss 182 engine conversion will experience a cruise speed of 130 knots true. WhipAir also offers gross weight increases to either 3,370 pounds or 3,500 pounds for the 182 on Whipline 3000 floats. When equipped with the Boss 182 engine conversion, an amphibious 182 at a max gross weight of 3,500 pounds will climb at a whopping 1,000 plus feet per minute. A forward CG envelope expansion is included on floats, which allows operations with pilot, co-pilot, and full fuel without the need to add unnecessary weight to keep the airplane within the CG envelope. WhipAir's float kit also includes a large ventral fin for impressive directional stability and a large chord rudder for crosswind operations. A Boss 182 featuring custom paint, interior, and avionics by WhipAir will be available for viewing in the WhipAir display at booth MD003D at Sun and Fun 2016. Be sure to keep an eye to skies for this airplane in the daily showcase flybys as well. Additionally, WhipAir is proud to announce that our Leesburg, Florida Service Center has been named a Black Hawk Authorized Dealer and Installation Center for Black Hawk engine upgrades.
I'm delighted to have my story told because it can affect a lot of people. I hope that we'll appreciate the freedom that we've enjoyed all these many years. I think the knowledge of what's occurred to me is important to everybody to realize that that's what freedom is all about, the ability to express yourself and make a right out of a wrong.
Let Bob fly. It was the rallying cry for the sport and general aviation community over 20 years ago, and protested the wrongs done to one of the finest men we know. And after years of struggle, Bob did fly. After extraordinary sacrifices, we won the battle, but it didn't go far enough. We got justice for Bob and forgot to get it for the rest of us. Now the passage of the Pilot's Bill of Rights 2 and aeromedical reform are the top agenda items for a sustainable future for general aviation. Passions are running high. But what started all this? Do you remember? And do you truly understand why we need to do this? It's not just a third-class medical. It's about a system that failed one of our best and all the rest of us ever since. Bob Hoover, who's endured the worst the world can throw against any man, beaten as a prisoner of war, almost killed testing an F-84D, and most insulting of all, accused of deficiencies and losing his medical via a very questionable and unjust process by our own FAA. Bob asked me to document his ordeal with the FAA in my 1999 book, The Air of Injustice. And now Bob has asked me to step up and use all the modern tools available to tell it again, but with all the wonders of the new media age at our disposal, to produce a game-changing documentary, probably a good 90 minutes or so, about his medical ordeal in order to spread the word of the fixes needed to restore this beloved aviation community.
Jim, I am delighted to have you tell the story simply because you know more about everything that has occurred throughout this time frame, which was a very important part of my life and one of the worst disappointments I've ever had in my life. And also it's very exhilarating in that we won the battle, but it could not have happened without you, your presence and desire to see the wrong corrected.
This is the message that must be sent to our community. How did we get here? Why hasn't anything changed? How do we build a sustainable, healthy aviation community and industry? We need action now. We owe it to Bob. And yes, we owe it to ourselves. The effort is an ambitious one. We're trying to build a much larger production staff, raise money, get volunteer support, and harness the industry's expertise in order to make this happen, hopefully by AirVenture 2016, but as soon as possible regardless. We plan a crowdfunding effort and corporate campaigns as well to raise money, gather resources, and build the most important value of all, awareness. The Let Bob Fly documentary program and its associated other programming is designed to help us turn the corner and restore freedom, justice, and access to all those who would seek the freedom of the skies. For Bob, for you, for all those who may someday gather at the airport fence and dream great dreams. Because aviation is greater than the issues we face, and at Bob's direct request and with his blessing, we're going to prove it. Let Bob fly. It sounded wonderful way back when. It sounded even better when we all came together with a common aim. Let's come together again and build aviation anew.
It's important that people realize that we need to stand up for our rights. That's what our Constitution is all about.